Hello, this is William McKissock with Scully Mitchell, your expense reduction specialist. And as you know, at Scully Mitchell and in person, we love to promote other businesses on social media for free. We're an expense reduction consulting company, not a marketing company. We just love to give back to the community. And today I have with me Andrea Sipka, who's with a company called FieldServio that offers a CRM system that businesses can use out in the field. Welcome to the show, Andrea.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Absolute pleasure. So, FieldServio, CRM out in the field. Tell us what it's all about.
Sure. Well, we're more than a CRM. We are a full ERP software system. So not only is the CRM part of the actual software, but it's everything from accounting to dispatching technicians, managing repair contracts, inventory management system. It's a little bit of everything.
hmm So, you mentioned when we were in conversation before the recording, certain types of manufacturers, or sorry, certain types of industries, not
Mhm.
I guess manufacturers could use this, but you mentioned certain types of industries where this is more pertinent to. But can you talk about that a little bit and how it might be useful for any industry?
Yeah, so the software was actually created for a group of people who owned compressed air equipment. So the struggle was that they have all of this equipment, these assets that are out that they're renting out that need to be maintained on a regular basis. So we worked very closely with that company to custom design software. And then once doing so, we uncovered, wow, there's a lot of similarities in forklift rental companies, generator companies, boiler and cooling tower companies, fire safety suppressant companies. So anybody that has large equipment that they have out in the field, sitting in manufacturers, for example, and they have to dispatch technicians to go in and do service work on a regular basis, that's where the software system comes in.
So, where do you do this? Is it in a particular state? Is it all over the United States, or is it a worldwide? Can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Yeah, so we have clients all over not only the US but also Canada. There's more than 60, 70-ish businesses out there that are currently using that software, including some really well-known, if I drop the name, you would know it, businesses. So yeah.
So, like, I'm a technician that uses this piece of software. What does a day in the life look like for the average person using this handheld, I guess, a handheld device to get and do this work?
Yeah, so the cool part for the technician is that they will access it through an app. So we are cloud based, for anybody who's in the office, but for the technician, everything they do is going to be on an app. So they receive information on where they need to go. They know how to get there. They know what is expected. They can see the work order. They can check off the work items as the items are being taken care of. And then literally hand their iPad over to the client, have the customer sign off on it. That then alerts the accounting team so that they know to then invoice for that service repair work that has been completed.
Fantastic. So if you need a CRM system, which is much more than a CRM system, out in the field, and you need all the backup that goes with it, reach out to Andrea. Her details underneath her portion of the video. You'll see her email address, telephone number, etc. at her portion of the video. So Andrea, like once the client has this device, is it a monthly contract? Is it a yearly contract? How does that piece work for the businesses that use it?
Yeah, so we are software as a service, so I'm sure most people are familiar with SaaS. So there's a license fee that happens, that companies will be billed on a per license basis on a monthly basis.
Mhm.
And then there's implementation fees, which is pretty normal protocol for any ERP system.
Yeah, fantastic. And one last piece before we end this conversation, you talked about, because at Scully Mitchell, we like to help businesses save money and streamline their processes at the same time. Talk a little
Sure.
bit about that, how it can help save them money by streamlining the processes.
Yeah, so one of the reasons that I joined FieldServio was because I've got a good friend who was using the software, and he said one of the first things that changed when they implemented the software is their speed to get invoices out and get them paid, and the ease of which the technicians can do the work and the ease of which the salespeople can communicate business opportunities, right? So it certainly speeds up the process, decreases the error rate because you don't have to worry about walking in with a stack of papers at the end of the
Mhm.
day. Technicians can, track their mileage or track their hours without having to go back and manually record something in a different spot. So, gets invoices paid quicker, makes everybody a little bit more efficient and certainly happier to, fulfill what they need to fulfill on their parts.
So it's kind of like having the office in the field with you.
It is, absolutely. And everybody's in the same office, even though we're,
Yeah, yeah.
could be 100 miles apart.
Absolutely fantastic. So if you're looking for a system that helps you streamline, save money, and have the office in your hand in the field, reach out to Andrea and FieldServio at her portion of the video beneath her. You'll see all the details there, email, etc. Thank you, Andrea, for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. I love interviewing people. I love getting businesses in front of the public in general. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for coming on.
Always a pleasure talking to you, William.
Thank you very much. I'm now going to hand it over to Dave for the weather.